Thank you.
Welcome to Grand Skill Acting Classes. This is the second part of the class. In case you missed our first episode, please just go back to the episode 1 of this so you'll be able to follow up. Just go back to the previous video and watch the previous video before you get to this. Are we together? Now today we want to discuss about how to, create some certain personalities that you felt were not inside of you. Are we together? Now this is how we're going to start this class. I already discussed in our previous class that an actor, as a human being, you're being built with different kind of personalities. You don't have to be too used to being reserved, or too used of being quiet, or too used of being too loud. Just learn to explore yourself. And today I said something that I'm going to share in class today, that how to build different kind of personalities. Now first and foremost, let's start from this. I'm going to share a little story to you guys, and that story is what I'm going to use to teach in today's class. Now, a friend of mine came to my house. Okay, he came to the office one certain times. He was a very close friend of mine. We went to the same university also, so we were very close. And she was to take a TV presenting job in one of the companies, and they told her that what you have to do is to to interview people on the streets and all those street stuff. And she was just like, Mr. Sam, I can't really do this. I can't go to the street and be interviewing people. It's just not my kind of thing. I was expecting them to give me the stuff inside their studio, but they said I have to go out and do it. I told her that, look, Helen, you can actually do this because this thing is inside of you. You can do this thing because it's right inside of you. She was like, no, it's not possible. That it's not. She doesn't know how to, it's not a thing. So on a very good day, we were just in the office, and thank God, we had a wine, which I gave her the wine. She came another day, I gave her the wine. She was drinking the wine, and she didn't really know that wine was the alcohol in that wine was very high. So she was just drinking. All of us were there. One of our sound guy was there, and I think one of our cinematographers was there in the office. So she was just drinking. At some point, she got intoxicated and she lost focus of everything. And at that point that she was high, she was just talking anyhow. She was saying things we didn't ask her. She was just jumping around, saying things. I had to tell our cinematographer, please quickly record her. And he recorded her. And after then, like was about a day or two after then, she came to the office. I said, Eileen, I have something I want to show you. She was like, okay, what's that? He now projected the thing on the screen for her. She saw herself. She was just talking anyhow, speaking anyhow. And at some point, she now asked me, am I the one doing this? I said, yes, this thing is already inside of you. The problem with you is that you just feel that you don't want this thing to come out. Are you getting me? That madness was already inside of her. It's not the alcohol that brought it out. Most of people feel like, okay, it's the alcohol that made her. No, the alcohol only blank, that stage fright, shyness away from her, and let her do her thing. That if the thing was not existing, the alcohol cannot bring what was not existing out. It's something that is already inside of her. So the alcohol only blank that, oh, people are here, I can't do it. People are here. And then she was just, she let out everything inside of her. And that was it. I sat down and I explained to her, I said, look, this thing is inside of you. You can be very mad if you want to. So start developing a life of talking to people. I get it, because this thing is already inside of you. One thing you must always understand is, this is your job. I get it, me. Once you get yourself to understand that this is your job, and you don't have a reason to be shy, you will discover that some certain things will just start coming out. You've never seen where a lawyer goes in the courtroom and then he's seeing people and he wants to defend a case and he start, definitely he's going to lose the case and nobody will call him for another job. You can never see where a doctor wants to do an operation because some people are around. Now like, this woman is opening her legs. He will kill somebody and they will not call him for another job. And you must learn to understand that acting is your business. If you mess up, they won't call you for another job. Once you have this mentality, you will discover that of things will start changing in your performance. The first thing that makes a personality not to work is when you're shy. Are you getting me? And you need to know that you have no reason to be shy, because this is your job. Are you getting me? Anything I want to talk about, it starts from tension. Tension comes when you just become too conscious of your environment and too conscious of the people around. That's when you become tense. Are we together? So, first of all, you must learn to understand this is my job. I have no reason to be shy. I just need to do an acting. I need to perform. Once I perform, they'll call me for another job, and they call me for another job. Once you keep talking to your mind will just work. Now, let's go over to how do we discover, start exploring different kind of personalities that we are not used to, because it's already inside of us. We're not used to it. First and foremost, as I said earlier on, try to tackle, talk to yourself, talk to your mind, and make sure your mind is working with you. Are we together? Oftentimes, we try to force. You can never force an emotion. That's one thing you must always understand. You can't force an emotion. Listen to me. I know you just want to start an acting career. You can't force an emotion. Don't always try to, build an emotion to your face. Emotion is true and emotion is real. If you try to force an emotion, it will just go far from you and you just end up being mechanical. And one thing you must also know that people know when the thing is not true, when it's not coming real, when it's, you are faking everything. Are you getting me? So don't try to force it. Just let it come out naturally. And how do you do this? You must learn to talk to yourself. Oftentimes, you know that an actor can be going through an emotional problem and you just feel like I can suppress that emotion. It's not possible. Are we together? If you're having a serious, let's say your boyfriend or just broke up with you and you're feeling so hot, and you want to take up a role, it won't work that way. Try as much as possible to talk to your mind and settle that issue before you take up that stuff, before it can work. Are we together? So you must not ignore those things. And the second thing I want you to get is, after talking to yourself, know that acting, this thing is not just all about you. I get me? This thing is not just all about the cameras. It's not just all about the lights. There's no need for you to be stressed out. Are we together? There's no need for you to force this thing. There's no need for you to, be too serious. That's the word. Don't be too serious about acting or when you get on set. You want to get everything correctly. You want to be right. You don't want to make mistakes. That thing is what will make you become mechanical. Are we together? That's what will make the performance not real. You're avoiding, making mistakes. Don't avoid making mistakes when you want to act. Don't avoid making mistakes when you want to act. You always end up making those mistakes. Are we together? On a natural day, when you are talking to your friend, you are not always, skeptical of making mistakes when talking. You just talk and you feel it. So if you want to take up a personality, like you're a very reserved person, you want to be funny, just start doing it. Don't care, I don't want, if I say this one, they will not laugh. All those things you are trying to avoid will make it look so static and emotion will not work. When some certain personalities start working, is when you ignite with your emotion. I get it. The thing will just come on its own and you just start seeing people laughing and people will just say, this girl, you're just too funny. I get it. So try as much as possible not to avoid making mistakes. Just do it. If they laugh, if they don't laugh, just keep doing it and you discover that a lot of things will be changing. Are we together? And that's all we're going to share in today's class. But in our next class, I'm still going to expand on this. We have a lot of things to discuss about how to build your personality. But these are just a few things I want you to get today. But in our next class, I'm still going to expand on it. The first thing I said, try as much as possible to tackle your emotional and health problem. Make sure you address it before you try to, if you want to take up a role outside your personality, or you're a very funny person, you want to be reserved, and you're having health problem. Just imagine you have pile. and then having while you're coming on set too, you can't subdue that pain. It's not possible. Instead, you'll be fighting with two different things, and emotion will not be. Just make sure you tackle your health problem, or you have a micro headache and you want to, it's not possible, it will not work. Just tackle it first. Again, you take your medication and make sure you're okay and you're good to go. Then you can just try it. I get it. And the second thing is don't force an emotion. The third thing I said is never be too conscious of making mistakes. Don't be avoiding to make mistakes. Just try it, and keep doing it, and you see yourself becoming better. That's all for today's class. Please, if you like this class, just click on the subscribe button and make sure you click on the notification button so you can get updates on our classes. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing Grand Skills as your number one online free professional course creator. For your notice, I want you to know that the instructor of this course has put in so much effort, time, and money just to create this content for you to learn all for free. So please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you will be the first to get our video tutorials we'll be posting at all time. Also give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to help us improve more. Thank you.